Good morning, friends. And this is a video that I am producing specifically for today's August 16th, 2021. They call it a hearing on the Connecticut Judicial Branch, a remote hearing. And I have responded to these charges since October of last year correctly. I've made my special appearance in court several times on these charges, and they're still not going away because the state does not want them to go away. Let me see if I can. Well, that's what I'll do. I'm going to read what I sent to the court on public record, because really the only court that I have that's even semi-competent would be the Court of Public Opinion. And that's in 18 years of litigation of what I've been going through as a bona fide, notorious Connecticut whistleblower. Connecticut and many others hate my guts. I had filed affidavit of status, affidavit of facts. Okay. I notarized and certified mail. I sent this a few months ago directly to the Division of Criminal Justice Commissioner, Supreme Court Justice Patrick McDonald, and they never got back to me on this affidavit of status, affidavit of facts. So I expanded it at the library on Saturday, and I entered a few things pointing out that I have already supplied in these cases a lawful notification letter and notice of liability, a Brady motion, a notice of special appearance, a writ of habeas corpus, a bill of complaint in equity, presentment to void proceedings, jurisdiction, an acceptance of oath, conditional acceptance upon proof, notice of liability, motion for disqualification of judicial authority and motion to remove the law office of Pat Brown, affidavit of status, affidavit of facts. This is what you see here today, as well as having sent it a few months ago. I made a mistake on this. It's supposed to be August 14th. I'm just going to read the rest of it, I guess. In lieu of video conference appearance demanded by the court under threat, I request the scanned documents sent as attachments in an email sent from Grantsville, Utah Library on August 14th, 2021, coupled with my YouTube appearance and testimony sent via email to the court under several individual names of the parties involved. In lieu of video conference appearance, I request court orders to all of the documents I submitted from October 2020 to present as seen above. In order to proceed, I request the court to establish jurisdiction in writing per the orders issued. I request that all filed attorney grievances and Judicial Review Council complaints, CHRO, EEOC, HUD Fair Housing, and active verified complaint for a declaratory ruling before CHRO are ruled upon before proceeding with the prosecution in the 11 criminal motor vehicle charges on the docket in State of Connecticut versus Mary Bagnaschi. Well, it's actually State of Connecticut versus, of course, we know the all-cap Bagnaschi Mary E name. Got to make their money. I request all the charges be put on the trial list until such time jurisdiction is established with the state providing evidence as requested and legally lawfully required to establish contract that the living woman, I, Mary, do not consent to having the corporate fiction all-cap name used as surety by the state without my prior knowledge or consent. My status as a living woman, creation of God, with unalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is protected in the First Amendment of the Constitution and the Freedom of Religious Clause. I have no respect for persons as one of God's people, and without an oath or written consent to be the U.S. citizen, 14th Amendment person, the state has no jurisdiction to bind me to your corporate statutes, rules, ordinances, and codes. I am a sovereign American state national, living woman of God, not a dead corporate vessel. The corporate unknowingly assigned all-cap name, cuspid, and social security number for Sesta Q Trust to provide equity I did not even know existed by way of the deception and fraud. If it is established, indeed, the court does have jurisdiction, and it is already known to have jurisdiction. Oh, say hi to Blue. He's ready to go for his walk this morning. Folks, this is the fourth time that this motion in this format since 2020 has been. It's on the floor. It's on the record right now. It's in the file 4 times. This motion has been before the court all the way to the Supreme Court since 2012 and to the appellate court 2 or 3 times by me and Attorney Deborah Stevenson. This is the motion. I demand this court and or state attorneys make application pursuant to authority of section 54-47B for an investigatory grand jury into crimes committed by the Torrington government and certain state executive, legislative, and judicial branch officers involving corruption and the unlawful use of physical force in multiple false arrests and imprisonments and 10 years of malicious prosecution, gross misconduct used to intimidate and coerce the petitioner herein. These scanned documents, oh, here's the acceptance of oath, conditional acceptance upon proof, notice of liability. Already sent once to the court. This one's actually entered on court record, and I'm sending it again. The other 2 things that I'm sending are references. My landlord here since March wrote a beautiful reference, and so did my friend Lynn.